Yes, we are getting AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship at Summerslam. Arguably, you could say that this is the championship match you want, right? Compare it to Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. But let's be honest here. I want to ask all of you an honest question. I want you guys to answer me this in the comment threads of this video, or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. And I really want to hear all of your motherflower responses in this shit. Do you, motherflower, that's right, you watching this video right now, deep in your heart, do you honestly believe or do you trust in the creative team in WWE when it comes to the booking and the build-up to Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam? Now listen, I understand they're going to have a great match. Oh my God, they've had numerous matches in Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor on the indie circuit, and they always tore it down. Just imagine how it's going to be on the WWE level, right? On arguably WWE's second biggest show of the year, SummerSlam, right? In New York at the Barclays Center. Just imagine all that, Steve. It's going to be great. And that's fine and dandy, but how do you get there? The build-up, the storytelling here, that's what's going to matter here. And I granted, you know what? I get it. It was just announced today that Samoa Joe, was named the #1 contender. He's going to challenge Styles for the championship. I should let this shit breathe. I get that. But bruh, we're like 3 weeks away from SummerSlam. 3 fucking weeks. 3 fucking weeks, motherflowers. They have literally just now 2 weeks or so to get people hyped up for this event. They got a short time right now to make people care. And I'll be real about it. Again, it's a good match, all the fuck you want. But after seeing AJ Styles and Nakamura, which, by the way, people were saying at that time for WrestleMania 34, oh, Styles Nakamura, yo. It's a dream match. Hey, yo. Styles and Nakamura, WrestleMania 34, the dream match. Hey, girl. Styles Nakamura, the dream match. Oh, yeah. Nakamura versus AJ Styles, la pelea del sueño, if you will. I'm saying it in Spanish too, because fuck, I'm Hispanic, right? But you kind of get the idea. And how did that end up? They had a match at WrestleMania where it was cut short, right? It was a short match that, left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. They had numerous matches with these shitty finishes that literally made you want to scratch your head. And all that led, and it left Nakamura looking like a bum. And granted, yes, he's the U.S. champion now, but let's be real about it. The Styles feud for Nakamura did him no good. Did him no fucking favors at all. And this is the same Nakamura who, previous to that, lost to Jinder Mahal numerous times for the WWE Championship. So, with that being said, again, I ask you this question. What makes you even believe in your fucking thought that you can trust, you can put your hope and your faith and your trust in WWE creative when it comes to Samoa Joe and AJ Styles for SummerSlam, for the WWE Championship? I look forward to seeing your responses in the comment threads of this video, or if not, let me know on Twitter. I honestly do. I really want to hear this shit. Because there's some of you out there that want to believe in the positivity. There's a lot of you out there that put the blind defenders on and want to believe that there's nothing wrong with WWE. Everything is fucking dandy. Everything's all hunky-dory. Everything is great in your world. And reality is, no, your world and your bullshit is fucking false. But I look forward to reading your responses, motherflowers. I really, really do. Especially you, motherflowers, that think positive and shit like that. I really look forward to seeing your responses. Or if not, fuck it. Drop me a video response. You can send me a tweet. I'll watch it. I'll retweet it and all that fun stuff. Because again, I just want to hear this shit. I really, really do. Anywho, motherflower, this is your WWE Smackdown Live review for July 25th. July 24th now. I'm saying 25th because it's officially Wednesday morning as I'm recording this video. It's literally July 24th. This was the show for July 24th, 2018. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not watch SmackDown Live like everyone else at 8 p.m. on the USA Network. I actually watched it on DVR. Reason being is because, well, today, well, literally this whole day, I had a lot of shit to do. I got back home from work around 9 a.m. I had to cook dinner for the family. I had to do a lot of errands. Literally a lot of errands. It was literally, I was outside the whole fucking day. I got home literally around 6 p.m. Keep this in mind. I work at my morning job around 4 a.m. or so. I leave there at 9 a.m. and I had to do all that. And I left and I got back home literally to just relax and shit like that at 6 p.m. time, where I took a shower and then I went to sleep. I slept and I woke up around 10 something. And I just finished watching SmackDown Live on DVR. And I'm going to say this. Compared to Raw, this was a solid show. But at the same time, you know, I just want to know, really, again, do you guys trust creative with this shit? No. You know, the Styles and Joe, does it convince me to buy a ticket for SummerSlam? No. But if I were to, it's probably the match I want to see. But still, even that, I feel like there's still some stuff there. So like, that I scratched my head to on the show. Nonetheless, it was a solid show. But I, as always, Mother Flowers, want to hear from you. You watching this video, the same ones that I want to hear from, that will tell me, you know, why I should look forward to, why you should trust Nakamura, Joe and Styles for SummerSlam. The same people. I want to hear your thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown Live. If you liked this show, if you hated this show, give me your fucking comments. Or if not, follow me on Twitter. Let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. Alright? If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below. We're almost at 1,700 subscribers. Let's get there as soon as possible, as we are on the road to 2K. So this show kicked off with Miz and Maurice arriving to the building. It looked like they had their daughter, which we found out later on in the night. It really wasn't the case at all, if you will. And as you all know, today was the premiere of Miz and Mrs., which I did not watch either because, again, I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was time to watch that show, but I decided to just watch SmackDown. I'll watch Miz and Mrs. tomorrow, and I'll talk about it on this week's episode of the Team Hill podcast, which is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, also over at CastBox. We have to download, listen to on the go on the weekly basis. So the show kicked off with Randy Orton. Randy Orton kicked off the show. Heel Randy Orton, the Randy Orton that all of you want to see, all of you have been demanding for a long time. And he explained why he attacked Jeff Hardy this whole time. Why, oh why, right? He talked about how he's been doing this for 16 years and he's felt disrespected. How he's literally, again, he did change his merch to different colors. He's there every single time. You know, he's not like some other people that will do these high risk moves and shit. And that for a reaction, he's not this person that will only appear during the springtime for WrestleMania. He was taking shit at everybody, but he blamed the fans. He blamed the fans for all this shit, right? And I'll be real about it. You know, the promo for me felt very, very long. It felt like a very long promo. He explained why he was the legend killer, but now he's the legend, the Viper, the Apex Predator. You kind of get the idea. But nonetheless, listen, I'm happy that Orton is a heel again. I think all of us are, you know. And I'll be real about it. You know, I know it's Styles and Joe at SummerSlam, but let's assume for one moment that Styles has to retain. The next program that I want to see, and I don't know about you guys feel about this, but the one program I want to see is Samoa Joe, is Randy Orton versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. It's a program we haven't seen yet. Why the fuck not? But who's to say we see Hardy versus Orton at SummerSlam? Because again, why the fuck not? You need to fill this card up, so why the hell not to? They also played the video from last week where Orton attacked Hardy. They got a visual of Orton putting his finger through Hardy's gauges and shit and stuff like that. But again, I'm just happy that Orton's a heel again. Let's see where this shit goes. We then get the first match of the night. We get Andrade Cien Almas versus Rusev. Now, this match started because early in the day on the YouTube channel, there's a video that's uploaded where Lana and Zelina Vega were arguing. You got to keep this in mind too. Because of this Evolution pay-per-view coming up in October, they are going to shove a lot of women's segments on this show. On both Raw and SmackDown. I would not be surprised if tomorrow on NXT, they start hyping up. They have these women talking about the show as well, like Lacey Evans or Dakota Kai or Bianca Belair or freaking who's another one on NXT right now? Who's another one? Vanessa Bourne. You kind of get the idea. I would not be surprised. But literally throughout the show as well, they've been fucking shoving that shit down your fucking throat. But that's what this whole build started with Zelina Vega and Lana arguing backstage, and it led to, again, them having a match, that being Rusev and Andrade Cien. And you know what? Almost like I said last week, his stock is gonna rise. I felt like last week he had a good showing against AJ Styles. Yeah, he didn't win. I didn't like the way he tapped out so fast, but he had a good showing here. And apparently, from what I'm hearing, according to the rumors and innuendo, because he impressed a lot of officials backstage with the match with AJ Styles, that he is scheduled for a push, a major push, some in the near future. And hopefully, and I'll be real about it, this is why sometimes I wish the Intercontinental title was still on SmackDown Live, because I picture Andrade as a future Intercontinental champion. But then this match with Rusev, I thought, again, it told a good story here. Hey, Rusev was overpowering Andrade. This crazy moves by Rusev here. He had a Mashka kick. Andrade hit that counter where he goes for it. He fakes a kick, then he does like a spinning elbow to the back, to the head of somebody and shit. But again, it made you believe that Rusev was about to win until Lana and Zelina Vega were arguing outside the ring. They had a little brawl. Aiden English comes out, tried to make order, make peace here and shit, but couldn't fucking do it. He couldn't do it. And all this led to Zelina hopping on top of Aiden English. In the process, Aiden English takes down Lana. And Rusev's looking at this shit like, what the fuck? And this caused Andrade to pick up the momentum, hit the Hammerlock DDT for the 1-2-3. And Andrade Cien has a win. Now, granted, I could have done without the arguments of Lana and Zelina Vega. But nonetheless, Andrade got a win. That's what matters, really. And you know what? You could even say at SummerSlam they could do a mixed tag team match, player. Why the hell not? I don't want to see that, but why the fuck not? If they end up doing that. But backstage, you see Aiden English and Lana arguing backstage of who to blame. And then Rusev said maybe both of you are not good enough for Rusev Day. So maybe is Rusev going on his own? We'll fucking see. From there we get Samoa Joe and R-Truth. And Samoa Joe and R-Truth here, it was a short match where Truth had some momentum going in, but then Samoa Joe locked in that coquina clutch and R-Truth tapped out. It was done with. It was over with. Whatever. We then get Asuka versus Billie Kay. Now, this is the match that I kind of scratched my head to, and I'll explain why just a bit. But again, you had Asuka doing a backstage interview. On the TV screen, there was literally the whole Evolution pay-per-view logo. She talked about Evolution, how she's excited, but how Billie Kay tonight is not ready for Asuka. Here's the thing. Asuka lost. She's been on this losing streak, sort of, since coming to SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. They have done her no good. Creative, again, have done her no fucking good. Asuka has been a dud. Let's be real about it. She's been a bust on SmackDown Live. And she lost to Carmella at Extreme Rules in a very, very humiliating way. And now she comes here all smiling and hunky-dory. I want this chick to be fucking angry. I want her to be vicious. I want her to be pissed. Can we get that from these characters on TV? They've just been humiliated. They've been embarrassed on pay-per-view. Then they come out there like nothing fucking happened. Like, hey, yeah, now we're ready for Asuka. No, I want a fucking bitch that's fucking angry. That's pissed off. Shit. That too much to fucking ask for? And they have the match. It was her and Billie Kay. And this match went long for me. For an Asuka match. Yes, Asuka won. Yeah, it was a squash match, all the fuck you want. But it should have not been, your typical 3. It should have been Asuka hitting one move and that's it. You want to revive Asuka, you better make her that fucking crazy, annoying bitch that fucking people were fucking afraid of and shit at NXT. But again, I just don't trust creative with this shit. I really don't. Asuka, again, has been a failure. She has. I'm sorry to say it, And that was that. She won. But again, I just hated the way that she went. I hated the way that it took long for her to beat someone like Billie Kay. Who, again, the Iconics have also been a bust since coming to the main roster. NXT, they were fucking amazing. Right? Yeah, they were annoying, but you know what? They grew on me. They did. They fucking grew on me. They come to the main roster and nothing. There's been a bust. Doing jobs to Becky Lynch, to Charlotte, to Asuka, to Naomi. Fuck. They've been doing jobs to everybody. But you can bring out the corpse of fucking Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah, and they'll do the job to them too. I'm telling you right now. Why the fuck now, motherflower? I'm just saying. We then get what's supposed to be the big announcement, right? Who's going to challenge AJ Styles at SummerSlam. And Paige is out there, welcome to AJ Styles, and she wants a drum. But by the way, before even that happened, AJ went to mention how he's excited for this women's pay-per-view, how he's happy for his daughter. And here's the thing about it, I get it's all cool, fine, Dave, but you're forcing your WWE champion. You're forcing your WWE champion, one of your top champions on that company, to fucking push this agenda. How stupid is that? And again, I'm not trying to come off like a misogynist. I'm not trying to come off like a sexist. I'm just being a realist about it, you know? They, instead of shoving this shit down your fucking throat, this Evolution pay-per-view, how about building up SummerSlam first? You know? Look what's happening right now and then build for the future. How about that? How about that, motherflowers? I'm just saying. And Paige wants a drum roll to see. Now comes James Ellsworth. Ellsworth reminds Styles that he beat him 3 times in his first run in WWE. And then goes on to make fun of Paige, how pale she is. She's pale as a ghost. And then Paige comes out of the ring and tells Ellsworth that he is fired. Security comes out, and all this is happening, right? Security's carrying Ellsworth out of the building. Samoa Joe comes in from behind and attacks AJ Styles and chokes him the fuck out, then signs the contract. And it's official. At SummerSlam, it's Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Like I said earlier, do you really have trust and faith that these motherflowers, creative, is going to do right by Samoa Joe and AJ Styles? I don't think they are. And again, you don't believe me? Go back to WrestleMania 34, Nakamura and Styles. Go back to that shit. Yes, this is for the IWC. This is the championship match they want. I get that. But let's be real about it. This is not going to close your show. This is not closing SummerSlam. We know it's closing SummerSlam. We know it's closing. It's Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. That's the main event. That's the fucking main event of SummerSlam for the Universal title. It should be a fun, again, it should be a fun match. Again, part of me said that Samoa Joe will become the new champion and become the dominant champion, all the fuck you want. But at the same time, let's assume for one moment that Styles does retain. The next program has to be Styles versus the heel Randy Orton. We haven't seen it before. Why the fuck not? Let's see it before it's too fucking late. Speaking of bust and failures on the main roster here, and not to their own fault, it's creative's fault again. Sanity losing to the New Day again. So they're doing the tag team title tournament to see who's going to challenge the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam, the most boring tag team I've ever fucking seen. And what do you expect? Sanity, coming out of NXT to the main roster, have been a fucking failure. And again, like I said before, to all the people that have been bust, like Asuka, Billie Kay Payne Royce, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sanity, it's not their fault though. It's WWE's fault. It's not. It's just like Roman Reigns. It's WWE that's failed all of them. And it's just very, very misfortunate. It really, really is. Because they were doing so good at NXT, and you have all this hope and admiration. Hey, please come to the main roster already. For what? So they can fail? We setting these fuckers up for failure? How stupid is that? But again, the New Day win here. Big E pinned Alexander Wolf, and they advanced to the tournament. So now next week, we find out that the bar returning, and they want to challenge for the tag titles at SummerSlam. So we're going to get the Bar versus the Usos, and the winner of that match is going to face the New Day, I guess, the week after that. And whoever wins that match, we'll see who become the #1 contenders for, again, for the Bludgeon Brothers. I just feel like, again, they blew an opportunity here. A way to showcase this new team here, Insanity, right? On the main roster. Because let's be real about it. Not everyone watches NXT. The casual viewer that sits there in the arenas for SmackDown and Raw, that go there with their mom and shit like that, they don't watch NXT. They don't. They have no idea who the fuck these fuckers are. I just feel, again, they blew an opportunity here. Let's showcase a new team. Let's showcase sanity. Beating a former tag, which they've done before, I get at Extreme Rules, in that tables match. But still, this is a contenders tournament match. A contenders match, you feel me? And it's like we're going back to the old well again with the New Day. I would not be surprised if the Usos win here. The way I look at it, next week is going to be the Bar winning. And it could be the Bar versus the New Day. But we'll see how that shit turns out. We had Becky Lynch versus Carmella. This happened earlier as well. Again, Carmella lost James Ellsworth. He got fired or whatever. And literally this match, just like I predicted, Carmella tapped out to the Disarmer by Becky Lynch. So Becky wins here. Becky Balboa's going to SummerSlam. Should be a fun match, but still, again, we'll see how that shit goes too. Again, at the same time, though, you saw this shit coming, though. You saw this one coming a mile away. Even Stevie Wonder, as blind as he is, saw this one coming a mile away. I'm just saying. All right. We then get the big Miz and Mrs. premiere ceremony in the ring. They talked about how, you know, they're happy for their new show, Miz and Mrs. coming up literally after SmackDown Live, right? And they talked about how their daughter, is more famous now than Daniel Bryan. And people were chanting the name of the Mrs. daughter. All what the hell you want. They're just chanting the baby's name. Man, they want to play a video package, right, of Miz and Mrs. what to expect. And it looked like Daniel Bryan took over backstage and did some editing here and showed clips of Miz like messing up and losing and shit like that, making an ass out of himself. And then Bryan says that he wants to go out to the ring to see The Miz. And next thing you know, Bryan's out there. He takes out the security. He gets up on the ring, and then Miz, who had literally the baby, it looked like on sitting here on a little backpack, it was a little baby pack, you know, the babies, you carry the babies and shit. He opened it, he threw the baby, and it was a toy baby, not the actual child. And what do you know? Miz went out there for attack. He had the skull crushing finale and took out Daniel Bryan. Maybe at SummerSlam they'll do the match. It hasn't been official yet. It looks like they are. I know people are upset with the idea. Oh, why not WrestleMania? I get that too, motherflowers. But again, overall, though, it's a good segment. Miz here got a lot of massive heat, especially with the fake baby. We've seen this before with Snitsky over the years and shit like that when he kicked the fucking fake baby on Raw many years ago. But we'll see where this goes. Again, I thought it was a good way to close the show with Miz getting the heat. But yeah, overall, SmackDown Live, again, I thought it was a better show than Raw. There's some hit or misses here and there, some flaws. But again, I want to know from all you motherflowers out there, are you really, really that excited for Nakamura? My bad, not for Nakamura, but for AJ Styles and Samoa Joe? Don't lie to yourself. I want you to be honest with me. Be honest. I want to know in the comment threads. Are you excited? Do you have faith? Do you have trust in WWE Creative with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe? And again, a show as well that was shoving this women's pay-per-view coming up. It is what it is. And now, again, I will not be surprised tomorrow on NXT. You have Dakota Kai, freaking Lacey Evans, Bianca Belair, Vanessa Bourne, Tanera Conti. I'm just naming a few women from NXT, hyping up this Evolution pay-per-view. Because apparently, it's also for women from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, I guess also NXT UK. So we'll see how this shit goes. We'll see. But motherflower, this wraps up my SmackDown Live review. I, as always, want to hear from you in the comment thread of this video. Your thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown Live. If you like the show, if you hated the show, and I want to know your answers to the question I asked. Are you looking? Do you have faith in creative? Let me fucking know. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I'll be back tomorrow for my NXT review. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, motherflowers, it's me, Steve. It's wrestling and whatever, and I'm out. I really want to know you, motherflowers. You better not ignore the question. I'm telling you right now, motherflowers. Be a crime if you fucking did.